Good morning from Kagoshima, Japan. I am Steve with Steve's POV. If you want to eat delicious yellowtail, this is the place to be early in the morning. It is 4:30 a.m. and we're going fishing. Let's go. Kagoshima is not the only place in Japan where you catch yellowtail, but the yellowtail here is famous because the temperature of the ocean in this part of Japan stays consistently fairly warm. If it gets too cold, the fish are not happy. If it gets too hot, the fish won't be too happy. Here in Japan, all year long in this area, the ocean is just about the perfect temperature to go ahead and farm yellowtail here, and that's why we're out in Kagoshima this morning early in the morning, catch the fish, bring them back to the factory, and prepare them for sending off to the United States and Texas particularly. Okay, we just arrived right here out in the middle of the here in Kagoshima, and we are here with about 15-20 guys who are preparing to bring up the nets filled with today's catch. Let's see what they get. They're using a crane here. You can see it's hydraulic powered. There's a boom that goes way up, and you can see the guys over there preparing to bring up the netting, which has all of today's catch of yellowtail. Let's see what they get. You can see everything is done with nets here. The nets are going to be filled with fish. They're going to be coming up. You can start seeing them already splashing around. These are 2-year-old yellowtail. They're about 5 to 6 kilogram in size, and you can see them right now down in here splashing around. There is a ton of them in there. Today we're going to be bringing up about 1,100 yellowtail from here. They're about to come up. Again, these are 2-year-old yellowtail, about 5 to 6 kilogram in size, and here they come. One of the things about Japan that I love seeing and that you will too appreciate very much, look at the teamwork here. These guys are working in harmony together with the one goal in mind, to get these fish out, get them onto the boat, get them back to the factory, get them cut up, get them filleted, get them prepared, and get them onto a plane to Texas. Check this out. All right, the fish are on their way up. Here they go. The guys are ready to handle them right here. Here they come. Oh, look at that. You can see here that even though it's a very automated process through these machines that are counting the fish as they go down into the hole, this gentleman too is also hand counting them as well. Quite a large work. Check out how many people are involved in getting this to go smoothly today. Wow, amazing. Woo! I'm here with Yonemori-san, who's in charge of this operation this morning. Yonemori-san, おはようございます。これ毎日やるんですか？
毎日ですね。
年中無休という感じですか？
そうですね。日曜日以外はほぼ毎日ですね。
日曜日以外、長くやってるんですか
？11年います。
そうですか。すごい。鹿児島って結構ブリって有名なんですけど、それはなぜですか？
ブリの養殖が牛根この鹿児島の牛根地区というのはもう昔からやってて、はい、ここでもう日本で一番生産量が多い県になってますね。
なるほど。はい、ブリの特徴というか、まず美味しいとはみんなわかるんだけど、イエローテールって言うとアメリカ人もみんな美味しいって言うんだけど、美味しいよりも以外にも健康的な魚ヘルシーな魚なんですか？それはなぜですか？
青魚の仲間なんですけど、とにかくこの EPA がもう豊富、だからその脳の活性にもつながるし、あと肝臓とか、心臓とか、その血液の流れとかも助けてくれる。
なるほど。
すごく調べれば調べるほどブリって、もうヘルシーな成分たくさんで、あと鉄分も多いので、貧血な人とか、あとタウリンとかたっぷり入ってるので、なんていうんですか、そのもう体が具合が悪い人が元気になる。
ブリを食べることで。
これは本当です。
はい、いいですね。私もちょっと元気欲しいので、今日の夜でも食べに行くこと可能ですか？本当ですか？ありがとうございます。イエーイ。今日釣ったブリってもう工場まで持って帰って加工してさばいて、でそれでもう輸出というかもう出荷すると。出荷した後アメリカまで 何日間ぐらいでもう着くんですか、アメリカに。4日ぐらいで。じゃあ本当にもう新鮮な、もう美味しいものがそのまま入る。いいです。楽しみにしています。じゃあ私は帰るまでにもうついてるかもしれないですよね。楽しみにしてます。ありがとうございます。Alright, we are back at the factory, and here's where all the fish, the 1,100 yellowtail that we caught, are now going to be brought up onto the deck and into the factory for the next step in the processing. Check this out. All right, guys, we are now back in the factory, and now we're going to go through and see where all those yellowtail that we just caught, how they're processed. As you can see, everything is completely sterile, completely covered. We're vacuumed down, our feet have been washed, our hands have been sanitized, our gloves have been sanitized, and now we are ready to enter this factory. Let's go. There's a time factor in all of this. Once this process starts, it all has to be completed within 2 hours in order for the fish to remain in its freshest, its most delicious form. As you can see, a lot of the work in here is done by hand. Here come the fish that we caught this morning. They come in the different crates, and everything is done by hand in here. The point of before they start the work here is that the temperature of the fish is below 10 degrees Celsius. That is an important part of the process, and everything here is done by hand. As you can see, all the fish are cut, filleted, everything done by hand. Not by machines and other stuff, it's handwork done here in the factory. Since health and safety is the most paramount thing and important thing, every 30 minutes this area is completely sterilized. Everybody working in here has to go through the sterilization process again and is prepared so that everything is clean and prepared just perfectly for export to America. There's a process, there's a procedure that is followed for every single fish. Everything is checked, cut by hand. It is then inspected by these people individually. There's no machines. This is all human done. You can see they open it up, they look for anything that's strange or weird or anything that might be out of the ordinary for these fish, and then it proceeds down the line, as you can see right here. The way they go ahead and fillet and cut these fish and prepare them is done in a way that creates the least amount of damage and keeps the fish in its best, cleanest, purest form. You can see there's a way to do it. These people are professional. They're inspecting things with their eyes while they're doing this, and they work very quickly. 1,100 fish today we got that need to be prepared and ready for processing. This is where the skin is removed from the fish. Depending on the market that the fish is going to, in Japan they like to leave a little bit of skin on the fish. For the overseas market, the skin is completely removed. This would be an example of how it is sold in Japan. They leave a little bit, a slight layer of skin on it. This is the preferred way for Japanese market as opposed to the overseas market. You can see the difference right here. An amazing way that they do to manage this entire system and to trace things back in case in the event of something happening is through QR codes. This QR code will tell you when the fish was caught, when the fish was brought in, when it was processed, when it was packaged, and everything else. Give you all the background just in case they need to trace anything back. It is all done through QR code management like this. This is a sheet that will absorb some of the moisture from the fish. This is shrink wrapped, and again, it is labeled, coded, and everything here, information about where and when and how this fish was processed. After the fish are scanned and processed and packed, and the ice is put in, it's taped up, those fish will now come into here, into this refrigerated unit, awaiting for their truck to arrive to take the fish wherever they are going to. That's the process right here. This is one of their huge refrigerators. You can see the huge buckets of ice that they make here to back it up. We're in the winter season right now, so ice isn't as essential as it is in the summertime, but keeping the fish cool until they get to their point of destination is a very important part of the process. It's feeding time for the fish today. We're a little later in the morning now. We're done with everything at the factory. Came back out to feed the fish. This is how it's done. Check this out. Inside of here is the food that they're being fed. These little pellets are hard. They're filled of oils and other type of proteins and other things that get the fish fed. They do this 4 times a week when they come out. It has gone through this conveyor, this process, and then it's blown out through there to all the yellowtail that are inside here. These are 2-year-old yellowtail, and they're getting ready to be farmed here in the next few days. Within the end of the year, they're going to get farmed. But you can see, this is how they're fed. This boat is filled below us with 5 tons of fish food that is all going out, and you can see how much the fish enjoy getting fed. Not only the fish enjoy getting fed, there are birds all around here hoping to catch a fish at the same time too. You can see they're flying around, waiting for a chance to hopefully catch a fish, but an amazing process. Unbelievable to see this, how it's done on a boat like this out in the beautiful Kagoshima Ocean right here in Japan. Amazing, amazing stuff.